Hello everyone, this is LawSahyogi and today we will be discussing about the punishments for offences affecting human life under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. Now to start with, we will be first discussing about the punishment for murder which is enshrined under section 103 of the said Sanhita. Now this section is divided into two parts, that is subsection 1 and subsection 2. So subsection 1 tells us that when a person commits the offence of murder, he shall be punished with the death or imprisonment for life, and he shall also be liable to a fine. And now when we come to subsection 2, we see that it is a new addition to the new criminal code, that is to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. And it states that when a murder is committed by a group of 5 or more, and each of those persons has to act in concert, that is they shall be having a coordination between them to commit the offence. And on which grounds the murder which has been committed by this group shall be on the grounds of race, caste, community, sex, language, place of birth, personal belief, or any other similar grounds as mentioned. In those cases, each and every member of that group shall be punished with death or imprisonment for life, and they shall be liable to a fine. So this is section 103. And when we come to the next section, that is section 104, it states about the punishment for murder which is committed by a life convict. By life convict, we mean that a person who is already serving a life imprisonment and that person commits the offence of murder. In those cases, the person shall be punished with the death penalty or life imprisonment, and in this case the life imprisonment shall extend to the remainder of that person's life. That person shall not be subjected to any reduction. The life imprisonment shall extend to the natural death of that person's life. And now we come to the next section, that is 105. So this section tells about the punishment for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Now in this section there are two parts. First is the presence of intention and the second is the presence of knowledge without intention. Now let us discuss the first part. So if a person by whose act death is caused, if that person has intention to cause death or the intention to cause such level of bodily injury that is likely to cause death, in those cases that person shall be punished with life imprisonment for life, that is the remainder of his natural life, or that person shall be imprisoned of either shall be liable to imprisonment of either description, which shall not be less than 5 years and may be extended to 10 years, and he shall also be liable to fine. Now here there is another point that needs to be discussed, is that what is the meaning of imprisonment of either description. Now the imprisonment of either description means the court here has the liberty to act or modify the punishment depending on the circumstances of each individual cases. Now if the court thinks fit, the punishment shall be less, so the court can reduce the punishment, limiting it to 5 years, minimum 5 years. And if the court sees the gravity of the offence is such, he may extend the punishment to 10 years, but not further. So I hope the explanation of this term, imprisonment of either description, is clear. So in simple terms, the imprisonment of either description means the court here has been given the liberty to act upon the punishment depending upon the particular case, individual cases. And now when we come to the second part of this section 105, we see in this case the presence of knowledge is there, but there is the absence of intention. So here the person do not have the intention but have the knowledge that the act is likely to cause death. In those cases where a person committing the act and causes the death of a person does not have the intention to cause death but has the general knowledge of the fact that the act he is committing will ultimately result in death, in those cases the person committing the act shall be imprisoned for a term of either description which shall extend to 10 years, and he shall also be liable to a fine. So here is the first part of the sections affecting human life.